So guys, welcome back to another video, and this is another random video reaction. This isn't anything to do with history, obviously. This is a scientific type video, but this was suggested a lot, and I mean a lot. And I'm still going to be doing all the other videos, but the videos that I see the most suggested, I'm going to look at, and this is the one. And the video is how the universe is way bigger than you think. This is going to be one of those videos that sort of trips me out. I have a feeling like I'm going to be sort of like, I don't know, just sort of thinking about the world that we live in, and then more than the world we live in, this like space in general. It just, I mean, I find it interesting, but it's one of those things that does trip me out a bit. So I mean, we're going to see what's in this video, but I hope you guys are going to enjoy. And if there's any more videos that are related to this, suggest them in the comments, and I'll be sure to do so in future. But yeah, thank you all for the support so far. I mean, at the moment, it's ridiculous, and I just want to send my appreciation, I guess I could say, because again, I'm not great at expressing emotion, but trust me when I say this, I can't believe what the hell is happening right now, but it's incredible, and hopefully it will continue. And yeah, I mean, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like, it would mean a lot, and leave a like on the video as well. But let's check this out and see how the universe is way bigger than I think.
This is a real-life lore video made possible by Squarespace. Make your next move with a beautiful website from Squarespace. This is
Getting
Earth.
his money.
You live here on this planet somewhere, and everything that you've ever known is located right here. But just how small exactly is Earth when compared to the scale of the entire universe? Let's start by zooming out to where we can see our nearest cosmic neighbor, the Moon. You may think that the Moon is very close to Earth since it dominates our night skies, but in reality the Moon isn't
It's quite quiet actually. Turn it up.
this close to our planet. It's actually about this far away, 380.
Oh, this is actually
4,400 kilometers away from you right now on average. You could fit 30 entire Earth close to our planet. It's actually about this far away, 384,400 kilometers away from you right now on average. You could fit 30 entire Earths in between this distance.
What?
And if you somehow were able to drive a car at a constant 100 kilometers per hour speed, it would take you about 160 days to drive the entire distance. Despite this incredible distance, however, 12 humans have actually set foot here, representing the furthest away that any individual human has ever been away from the Earth, and one of humanity's greatest achievements. This is what the Earth would look like from there if you were standing there with them.
my
And if you
God.
wanted to communicate with somebody back at home, it would take a message about 2.5 seconds to travel between you and them, since that's how fast.
See, that sort of stuff trips me out. Like the fact that you could even send a message to someone. I mean, you wouldn't be getting signal, right? Surely. See, that's just, I can't sort of get that out of my head. Imagine just being on the moon, just texting someone, and then they receive it. That just mind blows me, but it probably would be able to happen.
The speed of light can travel at. This is a photo
Probably,
that was
I don't know
taken
that.
on Mars, and that tiny dot that you see there is Earth as seen from the Martian surface.
Oh my God.
On average, Mars is an incredible 225 million kilometers away from Earth, but that distance can be as high as 401 million kilometers. That means that whenever humanity finally gets around to landing a human on the planet, that person will be 986 times further away from Earth than the astronauts who landed
That's
on the moon
scary,
were.
that
In
format.
addition, the time delay for sending a message from Mars back to Earth isn't just 2.5 seconds, it's actually more like 20 minutes each direction, which would render instant communication in the event of an emergency impossible. When we zoom out even further away, we can find the Voyager 1 space probe, which is the furthest away man-made object from Earth. It is currently located 138 AUs from the Earth, AU meaning astronomical unit, which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which means that Voyager 1 is 138 times further away from us than the Sun is.
What the
At
fuck?
some point on its long voyage, Voyager 1 turned its camera around and took this photograph. It may not look like much at first, but in my opinion, this is the greatest single photograph ever taken in all of human history. This tiny, pale blue dot is Earth, and I don't think that anybody has ever said something as
What?
amazing about this as Carl Sagan
The
when he said,
fuck?
"If you look at it, you see a dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. The aggregate of all our joys and sufferings, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and every forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilizations, every king and every peasant, every young couple in love, every hopeful child, every mother and every father, every inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam.
There has to be more out there, don't there? I don't even care. Multiple universes away or galaxies away, there has to be another sort of civilization on a planet like this, man. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how there couldn't be. Because it's, I mean, we're going to find out just how big it is now. Like, we're finding out already, but we're going to find out how much bigger it is. There just has to be, man. See, these thoughts, I'm getting in a real sort of like deep mindset about how things are, and he obviously got into it there, and it's just, when you really like think about it, it's wild how everything that happens is on that, man. How? Like, what the fuck?
Voyager 1 is currently traveling at 17 kilometers every single second, but even at that speed, it won't break out of the reach of our solar system for another 30,000 years. Once we go beyond the solar system, we arrive in our interstellar neighborhood. Here we...
So this is just a neighborhood that you're in, yeah? So we're just like a little street on the neighborhood. Are you absolutely crazy? Bro, look at this. Oh my
shift
god.
To the light year unit of measurement, which is the distance that light travels in a full Earth year, or about 9.461 trillion kilometers. The star Proxima Centauri here is the closest other star to us other than our sun, but it's still 4.24 light years away from us. To put that into perspective, if it was heading in the right direction, it would still take Voyager 1 over 70,000 years to reach it.
What?
In other words, if you drove your car at 100 kilometers an hour like in our previous example to the moon, it would take over 6 times longer than the entire age of the universe is just to finally get there, and it wouldn't even exist still when you arrived. When we zoom out even further, we can see the entire Milky Way galaxy, inside of which Earth is located right here. This yellow dot is the furthest extent of humanity's radio broadcasts throughout history, which means that
How are they able to find this out? Like, I don't get how they're able to, like, scientists can find this stuff out. It's fucked. Bro. This is... See, I knew this was going to be a trippy video. This is making me think differently, man.
Possible aliens who live outside of this range are totally unaware of humanity's presence.
I'm
it's
blown
complete
away,
silence
bro.
outside of this yellow dot as far as we are currently aware, but the entire galaxy spans over 100,000 light years from end to end. There are over 100 billion stars and over 100 billion planets inside of our galaxy. But you have never seen the full glory of the galaxy at night, because 99% of the stars that you can see with the naked eye are limited to this small, tiny region right here. But even this massive galaxy is nothing compared to the rest of what's out there. Zooming out even further and we arrive at the local group of galaxies, a collection of 54...
Stop it! Just stop. This is... It's just getting bigger. It's just... They're just now local galaxies. What the fuck?
Different galaxies that is about 10 million light years across. But zooming out even further and we can see the VIRGO Supercluster, of which the local group here is just a tiny segment of. There are at least 100 other groups of galaxies just like our own local group inside of here, and the distance from one side to the other is a mind-numbing 110 million light years. But even the massive VIRGO Supercluster is nothing but a quiet and tiny lobe of the great Laniakea.
Are you done? I'm going to go back because I want to properly listen, but how, like, where do they get these names from? How do they know this? It doesn't compute in my brain how mad science is. See, I want to live forever just so I can see, like, what happens really goes on in space, man, because, I mean... Just to know all this stuff would be incredible. Like, just to have the answers for everything like this would be nuts.
110 million light years. But even the massive VIRGO Supercluster is nothing but a quiet and tiny lobe of the great Laniakea Supercluster, an enormous structure that is home to our galaxy as well as 100,000 other galaxies. The distance from one side to the other is 520 million light years, but from even there we can zoom out all the way to the entire observable universe and see that even the titanic Laniakea Supercluster is just a tiny and
how do they know
insignificant
this?
part of everything. This is the observable universe, and it contains everything that we know of. It is home to at least 2 trillion different and individual galaxies, which together contain more stars than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth. The distance from Earth to any side of the observable universe is 46.5 billion light years, which means that the entire width is 93 billion light years.
Isn't it just getting bigger as well?
What's perhaps even more interesting, however, is what actually lies beyond the observable universe.
I swear, I don't actually know.
Keep in mind that the observable universe is all that we can currently see, and it's entirely possible that the rest of the universe outside of it is vastly larger and more fantastic than we can possibly ever imagine.
When he says we can see it, how is he determining that? Is there technologies that can literally see this far? Because I don't really know how he sort of means that. But if that's the case, I just don't. I'm sorry, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I don't understand it. The world is insane.
We simply don't know what else is out there because the light from these incredibly distant places has not yet had enough time in the universe's history to reach us yet back on Earth. And the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light, that means that the light from these places will never, in an infinite amount of time, reach Earth. Meaning that even if humanity is eternal and exists forever, there will still be an unknown number of places in the universe that we will never know about or ever see. So, it is very likely that as unbelievably enormous as it seems, the observable universe is just a tiny slice of what we can currently see of the entire universe. According to the theory of cosmic inflation that was proposed by Dr. Alan Guth, if it is assumed that cosmic inflation began at 10 to the negative 37th of a second after the Big Bang, and with the assumption that the size of the universe before inflation began was equal to its age times the speed of light, then this would seem to suggest that at the present day, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times larger than the observable universe. That number for reference looks like this, with this many zeros. Let this number sink in for just a moment. This would be similar to you thinking that the entire observable universe, everything that you could see, was the size of a light bulb, but then realizing that in reality the entire universe is larger than the former planet of Pluto.
This is one of the craziest videos I've ever seen. I can't get over how absolutely mind-boggling this is, man. This is absolutely wild, man. This is absolutely wild.
Imagine a light bulb in the center of Pluto, but we inside the light bulb were totally unaware that Pluto existed outside of it, and that's a similar situation to this. We are all so unbelievably small, but you shouldn't worry, because all that means is that there is so much left out there for us to discover together. This video was made possible by Squarespace. If you're wanting to create a new website for
get your money, man. Honestly, get your money. You deserve it for an absolutely astonishing video like this. This was absolutely insane. This has just opened my eyes so much more. It's just crazy how mad everything is. Now I understand why you suggested this. This tripped me out in the sense that we're tiny. We're so small in comparison to everything. And how he says when they say the universe let me start again. When they say the universe is expanding, when they say that, do they just mean it's actually getting bigger, or it's just so big they don't actually know? I want to know the answers to everything, man. This is how it comes when I look into sort of science and space. I just want to be able to know everything. It's not fair. Why can't I know everything, man? This is the video I fall back on when I'm feeling down about something. Helps remind me how irrelevant and insignificant my problems are. Honestly, can't understand how someone could think of after watching this video and that we are the only beings in the whole entire universe, and you're still scared to ask about your crush. I like how he broke this down so that moderately intelligent person can understand it. Feel tiny, just imagine how bacteria feels after watching this video. The thing is though, bacteria is small, but god damn it's powerful, man. And we're looking at the virus right now. It can cause damage, mate. So what you're telling me is Star Wars may be real? Fuck's sake. But honestly, hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do appreciate you guys suggesting this to me. And if there's anything out there that's anything similar to this video, I would love to see it. I don't know how this is going to go down because this isn't like a historical type video. So maybe people aren't going to enjoy it as much, but hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy it. And we can do more of this in future. But without further ado, please like, subscribe, and peace.